New details are emerging about a tragic plane crash in Nashville that killed a Canadian family of 5. With more on this, Jaden Lee Lincoln is at the Brampton Flight Center where the plane was based. Jaden, obviously a lot of questions. What are we learning about the victims so far?
A kind family, Anthony, and proud to be Canadian. That's how the Dotsenko family will be remembered. Now, there's a sense of sadness here at the Brampton Flying Club this morning. The Canadian flag outside of the hangar here, actually at half-mast this morning. People trying to process the tragedy. As you mentioned, this is where the plane was kept. The Dotsenko family's plane was kept. 43-year-old Victor was one of the victims of this tragic crash that happened earlier this week. He died along with his 39-year-old wife, Rimma, 2 boys, David and Adam. Both of them were under 12, and they had a daughter, Emma, as well, who died in this crash. She was just 7 years old. Fellow members of this flying club are now just trying to process this tragedy.
It's affected all of us at the field here. We never want to lose anybody, especially for him to go down with his family and the children and all that stuff. It's a terrible, terrible tragedy.
More tributes pouring in, including from Steve Pellegrini. He's the mayor of King City, where the family lived. That's about an hour north of Toronto. The mayor extending condolences, thoughts, and prayers on behalf of the entire community. And a statement from the UMCA Academy. That's where the 3 children went to school. It says in part, these beautiful children lit up our hallways every day. They had such a positive energy and attitude toward their friends and teachers. So obviously, Anthony, a lot of people in this community impacted by the tragic death of this family, of these 5 people.
Yeah, such an incredibly sad story, and a lot of questions, as I mentioned, in terms of the circumstances, how this happened. As far as the investigation goes, what more do we know on that?
So again, we know the father, 43-year-old Victor, was flying the plane. It was his plane, a single-engine plane that was built in 1978. So the engine, when he ran into engine troubles, the plane then crashed just about 5 kilometers outside of the Nashville airport, trying to make an emergency landing at the Nashville airport. He just couldn't make the landing. So now an investigation into the cause of the crash continues today. Their focus is on just how qualified Victor was in flying the plane, how many hours he logged in flying, and his experience with this particular plane. Now, one aviation expert Global News spoke with suggests engine failure is a very advanced problem for a pilot to have to deal with, something that Victor may not have been fully equipped to deal with. Again, more will be revealed in the coming days. We're hoping to see a report and the conclusion to the investigation in the coming weeks. Anthony, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Jaden, thank you so much for that update. That is Jaden Lee Lincoln at the Brampton Flying Club just outside of Toronto. Thank you again.
Thanks.